Well, good morning once again, and welcome to Unity Spiritual Center. And a shout out to our online YouTube community. We're so glad you're all here with us today. We are walking into week 2 of our series, Foundations in Unity. Last week, we explored affirmative prayer and the use of affirmations and denials, but not necessarily in that order. More importantly, we accepted some wise direction from Myrtle Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, who said, "Prayer points us to the source of light and life and every good within our own spiritual consciousness." So when we pray, to whom or what are we praying? In New Thought and Unity, when we pray, we aspire to pray from a knowing that we are already connected to the universal life force, the source within our own spiritual consciousness. In New Thought spirituality, we do not pray for a connection, pulling it in from the outer. We pray from a sense of already being connected to all that is. In Unity, our affirmative prayer practice is to affirm, declare, decree, and demand manifestation of the truth we already know exists. That is true affirmative prayer. Our focus today is on the abundant universe. The very first Unity Daily Word, printed for July 1st, 1924, shared these poignant words of truth. To believe in the real presence of God as divine mind in you is to identify yourself with all light and knowledge. Learn to rely upon the light of God within to make clear whatever you wish to know. Affirm that with me. To believe in the real presence of God as divine mind in you is to identify yourself with all light and knowledge. Learn to rely upon the light of God within to make clear whatever you wish to know. So there you have it. You don't have to take my word for it. You can take your friend's word for it. Listen to them. When we pray from the part of us that believes and trusts the knowingness that we are already connected to the divine, to God, to universal life force. In New Thought, we pray from connection. 100 years ago, in the September 1918 issue of Unity magazine, Charles Fillmore shared some excerpts from a talk that he did called Metaphysical Law of the I Am. His talk conveyed 2 key ideas. First, that mind, idea, and manifestation of ideas is the foundation of Unity teaching. Second, that proper manifestation of ideas requires harmony thinking, which Charles referred to as being like-minded. However, Charles was not talking about being like-minded with other people. He was talking about being like-minded with God, the divine, the source. Over the years, we've taken this phrase of being like-minded and made it inclusive of all people on the planet. However, outside of this community, are you like-minded with all people on the planet? No, probably not. I'm not here to be like-minded with you, and you're not here to be like-minded with me. That would be boring. We are individual expressions of the divine. We are here to be like-minded with Source, God, the omnipotent essence of life. In Genesis, it says that we are made in the image and likeness of God, not each other. Charles goes on to say that all people who have studied metaphysics and understand somewhat the action of the mind recognize that there is one underlying law, and through that law all things come into expression. Also, that there is one universal mind, the source and sole origin of real intelligence. First is mind, then that mind expresses as ideas, and then those ideas become manifest. Mind, expression, manifestation. That's the process. We're going to put this to work. Let's go for abundance. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, I think I got ahead of myself there. Oh, yes. Nope, I'm really ahead of myself. I love technology. We work so well together. I'm affirming that. You see, that's how it works. And so from the revealing word, Charles Fillmore shares about his definition of abundance. Spiritual abundance is ideas in consciousness of the omnipresent supply and support of the one mind, invisible substance, with infinite capacity for expansion when held in mind, affirmed, and praised. The steps in demonstrating abundance are, first, we must recognize abundance as an idea that is real. Give it life. And that idea has the power to expand. And then we must talk abundance, choosing words that speak to abundance, that represent abundance, and thus build up the invisible abundance all around us. It is the invisible substance. In this way, we build or form our mind to draw to us an abundance of everything good. We know that the 12 power of love is that harmonizing power that brings to us things we think about. And so we focus on love and abundance, drawing it to us. In New Thought spirituality, when it comes to abundance, we do not pray for abundance. That is the natural happening of being in a mindset of abundance. So we pray from the awareness that abundance already exists for us. We pray knowing that abundance is everywhere present. It is real. And we pray knowing that abundance begins when we each accept abundance for our lives. So we do not pray for abundance. We pray from a consciousness of abundance. We pray from the consciousness of being abundant, that all of our needs are met, that everything that we desire will be made manifest in our life. We don't need to spin or toil. We trust. We think it, we feel it, we live it. We live in an abundant universe filled with invisible substance. Key word, invisible. That's where we get hung up. But we know that we can take that invisible energy and manifest it into ideas, expression, and manifestation. That's how everything was created. It started first as a thought, as an idea. Someone spoke the words, put their intention and attention upon the idea and the thought, and it became manifestation. So in the process of manifestation, we also want to use our denials and affirmations that we talked about last week, because it is important to affirm, declare, decree, and demand that manifestation of abundance. And it is also important to deny the error thinking that we carry in our conscious and subconscious mind. That's the tricky part. And so I'd like to invite you to, I'd like to invite you to affirm this statement. I accept the infinite abundance of the universe. Again, I accept the infinite abundance of the universe. Yes, I do. And so every week, our Board of Trustees speaks to this statement. Unity Spiritual Center of Panama City is a self-supporting ministry through the tithes and offerings of its participants. Your financial support to this community, where you are inspired, empowered, and encouraged to use universal truth to better your life and world, is the source of this community's existence. And then we affirm our affirmation statement together, which is, you can join me if you like, the abundance of life flows through me, and as such, I give as source of life to what I value, and so it is. And so people have asked me, what is it to give as the source of life? That's a very good question. To give from that awareness that everything is already present. To give from a place of infinite connection to the source. To give from the awareness of infinite connection to all supply. To give from the awareness of your connection to the invisible substance. To give from the knowing that you are connected to all that is the one source, the one mind, the one life energy. That is giving from source. You are all connected to the source. Prosperity and abundance already exists. We just need to hold out our hand and say, yes, thank you so much. We are already connected to it. Or so it may seem. So we get to ask ourselves individually, am I connected to this source of all good? Do I see it manifested in my life? Do I see it manifested in my spiritual community? Do I see it manifested in my family? Do I see it manifested in my workplace? If not, is it because the universe has forgotten its connection? Highly unlikely. It is us in our human mind, our conscious mind, our subconscious tapes that are running. That is where we have disconnected from the source. The error thoughts and the limited beliefs that we carry with us need to be laid aside. They are blocking the flow. You know, when you fill the tub for a bath, you pull the little thing on purpose, right? Well, to let the water flow, you got to let the stopper out. I think we've forgotten to open the flow so that the water can flow. We must allow the inflow and outflow of all of our good to move. It is the law of circulation. And so I invite you to affirm with me. I allow myself to receive prosperity with ease now. I am ready. Let's do that once more. I allow myself to receive prosperity with ease now. I am ready. Good. This one. I am open to receiving floods of financial abundance, which allows me to give back more. Again, I am open to receiving floods of financial abundance, which allows me to give back more. This is a good one. I create an avalanche of financial abundance and I give back in amazing ways. Again, I create an avalanche of financial abundance and give back in amazing ways. Everything is just shifted. And so affirm with me this. I accept the infinite abundance of the universe. We are never separate from God's good, from universal life, from the invisible substance. My prayer is that we each can live from a place of knowing this truth without any doubt, to knowing that all our thoughts become things, mind, expression, manifestation. So let's move forward, living from the place of connection, living from our true spiritual potential, not our past, not our error thoughts, not the limiting beliefs that we accepted when we did not know the truth of who we are. Affirm again. I accept the infinite abundance of the universe. And so it is, and so we let it be. Namaste.